Hey y'all, we're Greg and Renee of 2 Miles to Go.
In last week's video, we took y'all along as we test drove 2024 and 2025 Ram Cummins. And after we left there, we headed to the GMC Chevy dealership and immediately hopped in a 2025 GMC Duramax. At the end of the video, Greg plans to give y'all feedback on our opinions on each. But for the meantime, stay tuned and enjoy the ride.
Do you have any 24 model 3500 dualies all sold? Well, that's probably a good sign, huh?
It is.
I know the cab on this one is a little bit larger than the Dodge. All right, power running boards come on it. Okay. Oh, I like the brown color. Okay. Let me just take it in and look at it from. All right, so 2025 Duramax Denali. And look at all the chrome on this grill. Let me show y'all. Look at the chrome on the front of that. That's like bold chrome. All right, so let's go drive. Very busy digital screens. Look, that is kind of cool.
So we are in a 2025, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
2025 GMC Denali, which is like comparable to a Laramie. Is that kind of where it's at, Jeffrey?
It might be a platinum.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're
like
at-
a limited maybe.
Or a platinum, yeah.
All right, let's see. Controls. Now that's useful pulling an RV.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
About 36,000 pounds is what it recommends in the tow.
Oh, that's bigger than any RV out there, so I love it. I always want to have too much truck than not enough truck when it
Always.
comes to RVs. Yep.
And right here at the bottom, you got a big glove box that can be locked. And then also, it's your little sleeve.
Yep.
Open that button there, and that opens the top. glove
Oh,
box as
okay.
well. So-
Okay. That's just kind of neat. It's padded.
Then you got the power mirrors as well, so that's good.
All right, first off, everyone, this is Jeff,
How y'all doing?
our Chevy salesman. So here
Wait.
we go.
Chevy GMC, we're at Walt Massey in technically Lucedale, Mississippi.
Yep. All right, so first thing I noticed right away after just test driving the Dodges is your seat, your hang on, what am I looking for? Your riding profile.
Uh-huh.
You sit a little bit higher looking over the dash and the hood.
In this or in the...
In this,
Okay.
like in the Dodge, you're down more,
Okay.
and you're noticing more of that hood profile. So I don't know if it means anything. I just noticed like I'm higher, like my perspective is higher in this truck.
And do you think that's just that, or do you think that has something to do with, what is that, scoop hood, whatever?
I think it's just a seat mounting.
Okay.
So what's a good way to go, Jeffrey?
Right, we do all right hand turn.
Okay.
Right on. All right, how's the steering feel?
About like the Dodge.
How's the
Is
gas?
this electric steering on here, Jeffrey? Or is it? It is. Okay, so it's
Are you
electric
sure your
steering.
seat isn't higher lifted?
You know what?
Yes, it
no.
is.
Nope.
It
It's
wasn't?
not.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's where it is.
I just felt like you seemed higher.
Now it's going up now.
Ah, Renee style.
Yeah. So wait, it's going down more. I just don't want to squish Jeffrey. Hang on a second.
You just took out one of his legs.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
giving-
All right, now it's getting where it's fully down.
Okay.
So,
now
all
that's
right,
down more
I
than...
take that back a little bit, but not fully. It's still a little bit higher the perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably a matter of personal taste, you know, because in my truck, that 96 back there, you sit high in the truck.
I don't sit high in anything.
Yeah, right.
Unless I move a seat.
10-speed transmission, filling it out.
We'll go down about 3.5 miles if you want.
Okay.
Here on 63.
That's what I want to do is get on that open road where I ain't got so much traffic around me and just kind of fill it.
I'm not sure how much difference I feel in actual ride and stuff.
That's the thing that we were talking about. Like, there's a technology limit for heavy duty suspension, and like,
it's a truck.
All three of the big brands have hit that or at the limit of what the technology can do right now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
now this one's
good.
IFS, so let's see if we feel a difference in the front compared to the Fords and the Dodges, which are live axle.
Right.
From the Cummins to here, one thing you do see is how quiet it is.
Oh yeah, you can tell it's a V8 diesel that's been tuned pretty good.
That just kind of on me.
Yeah. Now the layout, if it's like
the cockpit,
when you're in the Dodge, you feel more like you're in a car with the big console right here, and everything kind of comes and like hugs you. And on the GMC, it's like, you know, it's laid out like for you
flatter and wider.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, column shift, which is good.
Yes.
Anybody who's towing, that's experienced towing, wants this. They don't like knobs
or lever buttons and stuff.
I don't. I love, you know, I like technology, but give me a column shifter.
Yes.
I like the brown. I don't know why, but I like the brown and the brown interior. So here's something to know: is a V8 diesel just feels different than an inline diesel. They just hard to explain. It's it revs differently, a little bit higher RPMs, like where it catches, where you feel that power in the seat of your pants. It just feels different. It's hard to explain, but it's different. Not in a good or bad way, just different. You got to know that, have the expectation that's different. And no, it shifts good. It's a 10-speed, man. That's 10 gears that it's going through. So it pops right through all the gears. But what I was just asking, so Jeffrey, most major difference between 2024 and 2025, in your opinion?
The biggest, the screen.
Yeah.
So they redefined the front, the screen of it, and the power mirrors, of course, is big. So
yeah,
you did pick up some more torque, you know. So torque is a big thing.
All right, I'm putting on the exhaust brake just so I can feel it a little bit. All right, so exhaust brake, you feel it. Then again, these computerized engines, this exhaust brake might act differently when it's under load in tow haul mode than it does in regular, I don't know what they call the regular mode of the transmission, but it might act differently when you're in tow haul mode with weight on it.
How do you like the heads-up display 15-inch screen in the windshield?
So the first time I ever had that was in a Corvette that I saw it, and it made me feel really sporty and special. You know, it makes you feel cool. So the heads-up display is like a cool factor, you know. Do I need it to see how fast I'm going and what I'm doing? No, but do you feel freaking cool? Yes. I mean, that's just like, it's like an optical sight. Like for you boom guys, your red dot sight, you know, target acquisition, it kind of floats, but it's cool. But I need to see how Renee does with it. So her biggest thing is she's short and she doesn't like when her feet dangle. And the less danglage she can get with seat adjustment, the better. So
there's some more of the stuff Greg says.
Yep, feet danglage. This one has running boards though. The Dodge did.
Yep.
Let's see what the feet danglage is starting to look like.
Okay. All right, we ready?
Yeah. But this is real stuff, man.
Okay. Here's the fan. Make sure Jeff has some back there because it's getting warm.
Yep.
All right. So I do feel, because I'm short-legged,
yeah.
So that knee bend, this is a little bit deeper. So that pressure in the back of my calf, up high in my calf.
Yeah.
So I'd have to see how that felt for, you know, like going for a while.
Yep. Did you turn the exhaust brake off?
You did.
No, so when you put it in the park, I think it automatically turns it off if you're not in tow haul mode.
Okay.
Yep. Which is good, I guess. I mean, I guess if you're trying to save your brake pads, you can ride around with it on all the time and, you know, coast the lights to a stop without even touching your brakes.
I'm not finding my comfort spot yet. There we go. All right, which way do I want to go, Jeff?
Take a right.
Okie dokie.
And if you want to go out to the dealership, you stay straight. And if you want to go back around, we can take 63 back around like we can.
I thought we were going to go get early dinner.
Take 63 around the long way so you can run it through the gears.
Which way am I going to do that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seat depth.
Yeah.
Just pushing into here is just a little more uncomfortable. I don't really notice a huge ride difference.
No. Well, they all ride so good now.
They do.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the way that it accelerates and shifts?
I'm a girl.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know. I mean, easier than your truck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's fair.
It goes.
Yeah.
It goes. Yeah.
Well, it's technically faster than the Dodge, and right there with the Ford.
Okay.
Even the Ford high outputs, this will run with it on a drag strip. So let me try and show what the dash layout is different in the Chevys and the Dodge. I don't know if you can get the perspective, but it's like flat, more flatter all the way across, and like the fascia of it, I guess, is taller. Am I doing that right, Renee?
I have no idea.
Okay, but the Dodge dash is more like encapsulating at you, you know, with more curvature towards the center console.
So you're saying this is more straight line sleekness, like?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I kind of see the shifting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as long as it gets, I drive trucks and cars differently. A car, I want to zip, you know, honk down on the gas pedal and stuff. A truck, I'm just kind of like chilled out, cruising around.
Yeah.
Not in a rush.
Well, these things are so comfortable, man. It makes you where you're not in a rush.
Right.
That's a big thing, is the driving fatigue factor in these new trucks is not much at all. You know, you can long travel day more in these newer trucks, I'm sure.
Yeah. No real, that whole wide end, you know, it's like nothing. No big deal.
Mounts to Lone Star, but you also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And keep in mind, your cell phones are always updated. So if you do Apple CarPlay with iPhones, when they're updated, your navigation system stays updated.
Nice.
Okay. So you don't have to go plug in anywhere or have something, go to the dealership, have something put in to update your navigation system.
That's correct.
Okay.
Love when people spit out a bunch of technological stuff that I can't comprehend. And I'm just like, yeah, sounds good. I'm doing good to even update my iPhone. Mine just hollers at me that it needs to update constantly, but it's not charged enough to do it. They're all impressive. I just got a lot to chew on with this. I appreciate y'all letting me drive this for sure.
Absolutely. I asked him was he going to trade in, but he's going to retire this one for car shows.
Yep.
What are you doing?
All right, so this is a steering wheel hanging right here.
Oh my gosh.
This is fun. Okay, so when I'm sitting in a Dodge, driving down the road, I feel like I'm this.
Feet up and everything?
Yes. I mean, I feel like I'm this overall.
Okay.
And I'll show you what I feel like in the GMC Denali. Personal preference.
Okay. This is actually, you know what? Yes. Okay, so that is hilarious. Where did you find this? Is this your sister's?
That's the best way I can explain that.
I love your show and tell. I love your show and tell. We got to just shop around some more, see if we can find the deal we want.
Yep, and we hope y'all enjoyed this. Sometimes it's the simple things that send the best information, I guess.